Alright. Can everyone hear me? Is the music too loud? How is the music? Is everything okay? I see you're playing Valorant. Fun. I tried that game out once. I couldn't get past the tutorial. I'm really bad at shooters, so. Oh my gosh! Hello! Hi. Welcome. This is gonna be a really chill stream. I don't know how it sounds. This is a weird first time setup. But yeah, there's a 10-second delay. So guys, bear with me. But I'm mostly just gonna be ranting about Young Justice. Season 1 specifically, because I haven't even properly started season 2 yet. It's just I finished season 1 and then season 2 started. Yeah, because I'm in the kitchen. I'm sorry to tell you that, but my kitchen is just echoey. I live in echo. Hold on. Maybe it's because of something here? No, it's not because of any settings here. You just hear an echo from my life, man. You're just gonna have to bear with it. I can talk like this. I don't know if this helps. But yeah. If you've watched Young Justice season 1, you know what I have an issue with, and you might agree with me. And if you haven't watched Young Justice, first of all, don't take my rant as a sign that the show is bad. I love the show so much that I'm willing to rant about it, that I want to express how deeply this writing decision affected me. And I think it's a good sign of a show if it can affect you this much after 24 episodes. How connected you feel with the characters, right? It's just to its detriment a little bit. Okay. I'm just gonna rip the band-aid off. Between season 1, ending of season 1, and the beginning of season 2, it has been 5 years. I'm not gonna give you guys any if you haven't watched it, then just go watch it. There's gonna be spoilers here, obviously. It's a mystery show, and I'm gonna be exposing parts of the mystery, so you are warned. I have warned you, so you can't be mad at me now. Okay? I hate the time skip so much. What I hate when I watched the first episode of season 2, it started exactly where season 1 left off, with Robin explaining that the 6 most powerful heroes of the Justice League that were affected with this chip that was controlled by Boy Sorcerer and the embodiment of chaos, and they've been missing for 16 hours, and they cannot account for what the hell they've been doing. And now, the next scene after that scene is the team facing off Clayface. I have so many mixed feelings about this time skip, because I understand why. But season one season 1 built off so many good characters. For example, Connor, Superboy, fantastic character. I fell in love with this character so much. Truly. I never really cared for Superboy in comic form. I didn't really care for him. I didn't really like him all that much. But after watching Young Justice, oh my god, I wish he's been in my life more, and I wish they'd done him justice. But the pun was included. Right? And he's on this arc of he's a clone of Superman that isn't fully cooked. He hasn't cooked properly. He is half-baked. He is a half-baked Superman clone, and yet he is himself. He is Connor Kent. He is a teenage boy that has all this anger and resentment, and he is looking towards Superman as his idealized form. That's who he's supposed to be. And yet, he can't fly. He can't shoot lasers. He doesn't have X-ray vision. And better, he doesn't have his icy breath. He is not Superman. He wants to be Superman, but he is not Superman. And the first time he sees Superman, Superman disregards him. He is distant. He isn't loving. He isn't open to him. He is not scared. He feels bad for him, and he feels like if he lets himself get close to him, he feels like he's a representation of the thing he will never be, and he feels bad, and he doesn't want to make that worse. But that's that fear of like not wanting to hurt him by basically dangling what he can't have in front of his face. He is pushing him closer to his human father, Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor is trying to control him into being basically a weapon to kill Superman. He wants him to be strong and have that anger towards Superman so that he destroys him. Right? Yeah, that's what he was made to do by Project Campus. And yet, season 1 ended by Connor proving to Superman that he is a different person. He has proved time and time again that he is not Superman's clone, that he is his own person. And Superman, after a lot of pressuring from Bruce and Diana, and I mean so many side eyes, he had, like, it was kind of funny. It was kind of funny seeing him being an neglectful parent, essentially, which is hilarious. But after the bad guy has been defeated, and after everyone enjoys their New Year's Eve, he comes up to Connor. He reaches out. And that's where the Superman and Connor beginning a blossoming father-son relationship ended, and then we had a 5-year time skip, and they're buddy-buddy. I cannot tell you how angry that made me. I cannot tell you how incredibly upset the fact that we do not get to see the awkward stages of Batman and Connor, like, bonding, and we just skip 5 years into the future, and they're all just fine. Connor doesn't have anger issues anymore, and him and Superman are, like, training together and have a good rapport. I get that we get flashbacks, but that's not enough. Season 1 did something that was amazing. Yeah, it had flashbacks, but it had barely any. I can barely remember when we had actual flashbacks, right? When a character made a decision and it impacted the story, we didn't flash forward to when the conflict was resolved. We got to sit in the discomfort of the bad choice the character made. When Megan decided not to tell anyone about her form, we got to sit with the fact that she lied to everyone point blank, even though Connor knew that she was lying. He had to stand there and be like, you don't have to lie to me. And she still decided to lie to him. We had to live in her decision, and that made it more impactful. And like season 1 left season 2 so many good crumbs to like leap off of. It didn't need a time skip. It really didn't. I feel like season 3 could have been a good like way to time skip. Like you finish the main story and then you time skip, and then Nightwing, and then Beast Boy, and then Bumblebee, and then Cyborg, and like you could have done that. You could have had Blue Beetle. It's just, I feel like season 2 is a bit early for that. It really is. Like, all the characters were just starting to ramp up. You did all that build up. You built up all the characters, and now you just fast forward to when, thank you, Cam. Thank you, Cam. I was about to do that. You just fast forward to like when everything is resolved, and then you drop on us that like every relationship like died. And also, this is a separate point, right? I'm mad about the fact that we couldn't get Superman and Connor bonding, but I'm also mad about the fact that they teased Artemis and Wally relentlessly. Like they literally just started dating. They literally just kissed and expressed their own feelings for each other, and then you time skip and they're living together. Like, yeah, that's cute, but like, I want to see their relationship blossom, and that could have been a good like parallel of relationships between McGann and Connor and Wally and Artemis. Like, you could have had that different. You could have had that yin yang conflict of how Artemis and Wally handle conflict and how McGann and Connor handle conflict. Because obviously McGann and Connor were never gonna last in the beginning anyway. Like, I knew when they got together that they got together way too fast and they're gonna be broken up by the end of the show. But like, I want to see that falling apart. You know? I want to see them actually fall apart and actually grow apart and become different people, because they're teenagers and that's what they're gonna do. But I want to see that because that's what the show was gonna be about. But instead, all the characters that I grew to love just changed. And I guess that was kind of foreshadowed with the new addition to the team. And then that new addition to the team was like literally 2 episodes before the finale, and then we don't even see her in season 2, episode 1. I don't know what happened to her, but like, that's dumb. That's dumb. I'm sorry, but it's dumb. It's not smart writing. And the entire thing with the Red Arrow and Speedy, like, I don't want to actually see that. Like, I actually wanted to see Red Arrow trying to find out who he is as a person that's not connected to, like, you know, being a clone and actually reckoning with that fact and it being fresh and not 5 years old. I wanted to actually, like, I wanted to watch Red Arrow become a person on his own that's not used as a clone and a mole, and actually find Speedy. And I guess like that could have been like an entire season plotline, right? Again, I haven't watched season 2 yet, and I'm not saying that I'm not gonna watch season 2. I'm definitely watching season 2. Nightwing is in season 2, and I am never gonna pass out a Nightwing content. Okay. Also, Tim Drake is in season 2, and I love Tim Drake, so I'm gonna watch it. I'm watching it 100%. It's just I need to get these thoughts out because as a writer, who, to be fair, I'm not a really good writer, but I love like writing and like decisions, right? And so like, how should I do this? And I can just see the decision making, and it's what I loved about Young Justice Season 1 is that I got to see the actual impact of all the actions, like episodes picked off where the next one left off, and I thought that season 2 was going to follow in that, but it didn't. It didn't. And it's 5 years in the future. It's dumb. I don't like that decision at all. And I looked online, and a lot of people do not like that decision at all. Like, at all. And I think that's kind of funny. Also, I don't know if like Cheshire, like Jade and Rivero, um, the fact, okay, I'm gonna come back to that. Okay, I'm gonna come back to that. Like, what is their deal now? Because, like, will Jade have a redemption? They were hinting at Jade getting a redemption, but, like, will she? I don't know, because I haven't watched season 2. But season 1 has so many fucking dangling strings that are just, like, not, like, they're not pulled. There's so many loose strings that need to be tightened in season 1, and season 2 hasn't done that. It hasn't done that. It just throws out the old team and then a new one, which is cool, by the way. Like, I don't think I have ever seen Lagoon Monster rep, in animation or like in media about like the Justice League in general. And I don't think I've ever seen like, these cast of characters in this form before. And it's fun, right? But like, I don't like change. I got accustomed to the old team. I grew fond of the old team, and the old team's arcs were not done. They were not done, okay? Nightwing. That's another thing I want to talk about. Listen, I love Nightwing, and not just because he's hot, and not because he's a Romani representation, okay? I love Nightwing because he is what Batman wanted to be, but Batman got so, like, I love Nightwing so much. I love Dick Grayson as a character in general. He is, like, Bruce's protege. He is, like, Bruce 2.0, and I love that. I love that about him. In Young Justice, he does not want to follow in Batman's footsteps. He does not want to lead like Batman. And so much. Because he was supposed to fill in Bruce's boots and become Batman, and he doesn't want to, so he becomes Nightwing. And he brands himself with a mixture of the Flying Graces logo and Batman's logo, and it's so good. It's so good. It's so good. I love it so much. I love him so much, but I wanted to see him grow up to be Nightwing. There's a lot of like problems with like Batman and Nightwing. Hold on, let me rephrase this. In media, where Dick Grayson is represented, he is not handled well, like in between of being Robin and Nightwing. There is never that transition period. It's either he's already quit being Robin and he is Nightwing, like in the show Titans, or he's just Robin, like in season 1 of Young Justice. And I just wanted that in between of him just being Dick Grayson and being confused on what kind of team leader he wants to be. Because Aqualad was like, I'm going to take this burden from you, but only until you grow up into the leader that this team deserves. And what kind of leader is that? What kind of leader is that? I wanted to see him find out what kind of leader that is. But I didn't get to see that. I just saw him at the beginning of the scene as Robin. And then we transition into that Clayface, and then Connor gets a call from Nightwing, and I'm like, okay. Like, love me some Nightwing, I really do. But, like, I want that in-between period of him growing into the Nightwing suit. I don't know. There's just a lot that like could have been in season 2, but instead the writers did a time skip for some reason. It like, okay, first of all, this isn't a battle of best Robins, okay? He is just like my favorite. So I'm not even gonna argue with you on that one. Cause like genuinely, Jason Todd loved being Robin, but he was worse off on being Robin. He came out way worse than any other. Yeah. I didn't mean Teen Titans, I mean the live action Titans with Garfield instead of Beast Boy. But anyway, um, but actually, good thing you bring up Teen Titans because that's what I wanted to see from Young Justice Season 2. He is discovering himself and maybe he leaves the team to form a different team and then he comes back to the team more matured and understanding of what he wants to be as a leader. Because that's what happens, you know? He leaves teams. Yeah. Yeah, there was the live action. He is there's a quote of Batman saying that Nightwing is what he wishes Batman was. And I cried. I cried on that quote, by the way. Right. And he's proud of him. He's a good father. Sorry. That's a different rant. That's a different rant altogether. The mischaracterization of Batman and how, recent releases and issues have painted him as an abusive father. That's a different rant. It's a different rant. But yeah. And I am excited to see Tim Drake. I really am. Tim Drake is more meek and he isn't very sure of himself. He's well, I didn't really do anything. He's well, it's not that special compared to Batman and Nightwing, you know? He is a middle child. He is often forgotten in many people's Robin lineup, and it's sad. He is a good Robin. He's not great, but he is a Robin, and he shouldn't be cast aside, you know. So I'm really excited to see him in season 2. I really am. I'm really excited to watch season 2. I just need to process season 1 first because there's so many things that were just left. It's so annoying. Who followed? Okay. Thank you for the follow. I don't know. I don't know who just followed. But yeah. So sorry for your head. Um, what was I saying? Yeah, I'm really excited to watch season 2. It's just there's so many things that are left unanswered. Like, for example, are we gonna get an explanation to, like, what the fuck that was? Exactly. Like we were building up so much tension with, like, the Injustice Gang and the Shadow organization. Okay? And like what? Like what? It's just 5 years later? You mean you haven't been looking into that? What? Like, uh, I'm really excited to see Beast Boy, and I'm really excited to see Blue Beetle, and I'm really excited to see Bumblebee, and I'm really excited to see Cyborg. It's just, it's a lot of questions. And I'm uncomfortable with change, but I can get accustomed to it. It's just that I love Wally a lot, and I need him, man. He is needed. He is the heart for me. I'm gonna be honest. And like, there hasn't been a scene with Aqualad yet so far in the first episode, and I'm getting nervous because Aqualad is a great character, and I do not, and I hope he's in the show still. I don't like shows where the core team changes every single season. I hate that. I hate that. I really do. It's like specific, honestly, because like if a team, like, if the team finishes their arcs and the story's complete and it's self-contained, that's fine. But Young Justice, the story is not contained. It's episodic. It's serialized, and the next season literally starts with the scene from season 1, and a cliffhanger, and then you don't give a drastic cliffhanger. You just move on. You move on from it. You move on, man. You move on. Alright, I'm sorry. I get intense about this, but yeah. I hope there's more scenes of Connor and Superman bonding, and I hope nothing bad happens, and I hope everyone's happy. And even though Connor isn't really happy because he's still kind of, I'm sensing there's a little resentment towards Megan. I don't know what happened between them, but it would have been nice to see their falling apart. But you know, I will have to suffer through the flashbacks and the exposition dumps and stuff like that. All this to say is that if I was a writer, period, no, if I was a writer on Young Justice, I would have done things very differently. Season 1, I would not touch. Seriously, season 1 is like almost perfect. To me, personally, objectively. And, debatably. Season 2, I would do so much differently. Because you have so many things built in already. Also, what happened to Zatanna? What happened to Zatanna? Huh? She just kisses Dick, and that's it? He's been crushing on her the entire time she's been introduced. And then, what? She's just gone? Justice for my girlie, man. Justice for Zatanna, man. Artemis's arc wasn't even done. Like, she still has, like, yeah, she's come to terms and she shared with the team that her father is sportsmaster and her sister is Cheshire and her mom used to be Huntress. But, like, he still hasn't, like, finished her arc properly. She just kind of rushed through it, and then they kind of just like set it aside for the finale. Everyone was dealing with that. Also, like, the finale kind of pissed me off too, I'm not gonna lie. Like, there's so many things that happened. It was just, it felt rushed. I'm not gonna lie. And the ending where everyone kissed is just like Wally and Artemis. Yeah, I get. But the Connor and Robin, yeah, you get, like, he's squashing out it. But, like, really? Like, you decide to make them kiss and then not elaborate on that next season? Okay. Fine. Or, like, season 2 should have been in between. It should have been falling apart. It should have been angst. It should have been growing into different people, growing apart, conflict, puberty, you know? And season 3 is when they're adults, when they're a little more grown, in their 20s, figuring out adult life. That's what season 2 is, right? They're figuring it out, like, late teens, like early adults. They're figuring out who they are, especially Nightwing. But, like, seriously, that should have been season 3. I feel like they missed an opportunity to tell a coming of age story, to tell conflict. It's like easy conflict. It's like even me, an amateur writer who sucks at writing, could see the fact that them purely like engaging with each other romantically or just like growing into different people will create conflict. And we don't need to stretch characters out. You know? You can show Megan not being satisfied with the relationship with Connor because it's going stagnant. She wants something new. She wants to experience dating. She wants to experience like human dating. And Connor is getting more calmer, more regulated. He's controlling his anger more. He is stable. He wants to stay in a stable relationship with McGann. And McGann is always trying to shake him, metaphorically, to go to like break up or at least open their relationship because she wants something more fiery, something more passionate, and their relationship probably isn't that anymore. She wants, like she wants to be his friend, but like she doesn't, stuff like that. But no, we just get like the last scene of Megan and Connor in season 1, they're kissing, they're cuddling, they're watching the Earth from the watchtower. And the first scene we get in season 2 with them, Connor is like pouting, and Megan is all over this lagoon monster. So like, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. I'm still gonna watch it. I'm still gonna watch it. I'm obviously still gonna watch it. I'm mostly watching it for Superman and Batman and Nightwing. But yeah, that's really all I had to say. I had to rant about it because like it was driving me crazy, man. I was like screaming because like at the same time I'm really happy because like Peace Boy and Tim Drake peoples. It's great. It's amazing. Yeah. I'm sure it's fan fiction. I'm sure I'm gonna get flashbacks. I need to give season 2 a fair chance. And part of me giving it a fair chance is me airing out my grievances with season 1 and season 2 beginning. Right. Because I really grew to love this show. I really did. I became so attached. And now the main characters have changed. And they're different now. And Wally and Artemis aren't going to be in the show anymore. It's a little sad. I just need to get used to the change. So, yeah. I really hope that Starfire is in season 3. Or like, I don't know. Yeah. I'm really excited. I'm really excited for season 2. I really am. And season 3. I heard that there was a season 4 announcement in 2021, but I hope it doesn't end on a cliffhanger. If it ends on a cliffhanger, you'll be hearing from me again, okay? If season 3 ends on a cliffhanger, I will be here again. But I'll be angrier, and the music won't be as chill. And the background will be fire, because that's how I'll feel. But yeah. Mostly. So. That's where I'm gonna end the stream. I don't know how many people are watching. Probably no one anymore, honestly. I app for too long. But that's okay. Because I needed to say this, and even if it's to the digital void, it's okay. Because I needed this, and it is just for myself. But anyway, if someone is watching, I hope you enjoyed. I love you. Not really. But I enjoyed your presence. Not really. Can't feel your presence. All of this is just me lying to form a parasocial relationship. I know, but seriously, thank you for listening, even though most people are gone. It's okay. And I'm gonna have to stream now. I'm gonna go to bed. Actually, I'm gonna call my wonderful, wonderful sister. But then I'm gonna go to bed. Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.